Hi, it's Jill from Jelly Bean Studio. I hope you can come along today for some fun in 2 composition notebook, junk journals, and can grab a cup of whatever you enjoy and journal a bit too. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am glad you're here. So I'm going to jump into Junk Journal January and then later into my Creative Composition Notebook Junk Journal. So I have been busy this week having a really good time with the prompts. If you're not familiar with Junk Journal January, it's hosted by Meg at Meg Journals. I made this one. It's a no-sew altered composition notebook, and I'll link that in the description box below if you care to see that. Meg has videos every single day, and then she has collaborators also do a video. So, oh my goodness, so many good things to see and gather inspiration from. So prompt 1 was resolutions. I'm not a biggie on resolutions, actually. So I decided to just do a little collage. I love life is a collection of moments. And then I have this little library card that I'm kind of keeping track of some different videos and the collaborators channels and all of that good stuff. So yeah, those are the opening pages, and this week, I don't journal every day. I know I say that. I just want you to know my journal practice. I might sit down for a couple hours and then not journal for a couple days. So when I got to this one, it was a couple days in. I don't think it was actually on day 2. This one is Starry. And I saw Kelsey Lee's video from My Abiding Journal, and she was using these inky color burst things, and I'm like, I have those. Haven't used them in forever. So I inked up this tag, splashed it with a little bit of water, went in with a gel pen, and yeah, it just is such a pretty effect. And the little bit of mesh is from onion bags. So that was day 2, prompt 2, Starry. And isn't it awesome when prompts and things and others in the journal community inspire you to go back to something you already have? And you just, I don't know, sometimes does this happen to you? I forget about certain supplies and just hadn't done them in a while. So nice, very bright, starry effect on that tag. And then for 3 was stained. Barbara at 49 Dragonflies was doing these beautiful clusters. On the right hand side, I have one, and I'm calling that my vineyard stain. Yeah, that pinky wine was the stain I used on the book pages. Made the little cluster. I did it on a piece of almost like duct tape and then glued that down. This is a Moonlight gel pen I'm showing you, and I put the packaging in. I just got, those are so fun to work with and work, especially like on darker paper. So I just pop those in my junk journal as a new purchase. And then this is the decorated tag. I used a Stabilo woody pencil to kind of blend in some collaging. And Rachel from Roxy Creations was the collab person for that day. I just so enjoy watching her. Oh my gosh, she's a master of collage. And yeah, it was so much fun. So that was day 4. Day 5, let's see where we are. Oh, day 5 was stitched. No, it was not. Day 5 was routine. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I was inspired by Meg. She did her journaling routine the way she layers pages backwards. So I just decided to do something backwards or in reverse as well. So just some fun lettering on a coffee dyed page. I did Junk Journal January backwards. prompt number 6 was stitched. And this one, I took a leaf from my yard. Very simple, right? So easy to do, and stitched it in with a little bit embroidery floss. And I thought for today's journal session, which brings us to prompt 7, that I would incorporate the cluster from day 4, the stained, stained was day 3, sorry. I'm gonna have to keep looking at this prompt list, honestly. Bear with me, let me go back. Yes, day 3 was stained. I'm feeling like I want to do something with the leaf and the little cluster there. Oh yeah, and by the way, those little embellishment tags I purchased from Rachel's shop at Roxy Creations. I will link those in the description box below. I am loving those for all sorts of things in my both my January journals. So immediately I thought of using glitter Mod Podge, and then I went to look for it and I couldn't find it. I don't even know if I finished using it because I used so much of it in the fall. So my second thought was that purpley sparkly paper, and then I noticed I had this shimmery ink in my stash. So again, thank you, Junk Journal January, for letting me actually take some time, dig through my stash and see what I already have and use it. So I pulled that out, did a little tester sampler on the corrugated cardboard to see what it might look like. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that today. So how are you doing? How is your journaling going? I would love to know what you're enjoying in January, if you're doing Junk Journal January as well. I feel so much inspiration and I don't know, just like feeling that it opens up experimenting, I guess I want to say. So having said that, this next part of the video is a pretty big experiment. It's not hard, but I guess I don't do a lot of spattering, right? Spatter, blobbing the paint on. And I'm always a little, I don't know, apprehensive about it. This may not make any sense at all, but I like a neat mess. I don't know. So first of all, I put a lot of water in, and the consistency is just, yeah, it's really gloppy. So next, it's all fun, right? Just enjoy the process. So next I go in with the brush a little and do more of a shake. And then I finally get a little groove on. All right, that's more of the spatter technique. But I'm not satisfied with that. So it just seemed too watery. And that's okay. It's all good. I went in a little bit more with that dauber that is part of the ink. I guess it's a dauber. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, and then finally, I'm more comfortable with a paintbrush, I guess. I like smushing things on more than splattering them. So I kind of went in at the end and did a little bit with the bigger blobs. But I think that's cute. A bit of shimmer. Yeah, so prompt 7, I like it on both the little cluster, which is sort of a tuck spot too, and that leaf. It's funny, but I felt that leaf wanted to be part of my journal. I was taking some pictures outside, and that leaf kept blowing up from my stairs. And sure enough, now it's part of the junk journal. And it's a beautiful oak tree in our yard, so that's a good memory too. All right, so moving on with the second journal, my compass. Ooh, I like this little piece. Ooh, yep, maybe that's gonna go in too. This is my creative journal my other composition notebook, junk journal that I use just for documenting everyday things. I journal 2 to 4 pages a week. That tends to be my practice. This cover is mostly collage from a little Bindy. I'll link her collage Happy Place Craftroom graphics. They're so cute. And the little gingerbread girl was mine. She jumped on from December. And what I'm showing you now is this is a bit of a spread that I'm thinking about journaling on today as maybe a vision board or possibly a month in review. I'm not quite sure yet. So we'll get to that in a couple minutes. This is my word of the day. I tried in the fall a line a day and I wasn't successful. I don't know, it didn't work for me. So I'm trying a word a day. Yeah, just shorten it, right, Jill? And then these are some words for the year that I've been thinking about. Invest is more about time, not money. And yeah, just investing in time and things I enjoy. So this is my beginning spreads for the month. Oh my goodness, we had such a good New Year's Eve, very quiet. We had a paint night. We made baked potatoes and chili. I actually caught on New Year's Day, Janet Nash had a live. So I wrote that down on the bottom. And then this is my pile of stuff. So in terms of my journal process, I get inspired by all the pretty papers, right? Do you do that? And I made some quick date numbers. Having a thing with corrugated cardboard right now. There's a little jelly print. I like that one on a book page. Rachel at Roxy Creations, beautiful embellishments. Well, I think the kit is called Digital Embellishments Kit 2. So to me, they're kind of labels or maybe even good for dates. So I'm going to put those up within reach. Yeah. So this journal is, again, the day-to-day sort of things. I did a quick sampler on the left for Junk Journal January, some of the things I'm using. And then on the right, we had a birthday party for a friend at work. Got some really delicious little bundt cakes. I'd never been to that shop. Some yummy Trader Joe's muffins. And I still have to journal a little bit more too. I have to do the documenting on those pages. So I thought for the rest of this video, I would bring you back into the front of this journal, and I would love to know your thoughts and what you do in the front of your journals. Excuse me. So I was inspired by a number of journalers. I know Allison from AJ's Inspired Life did a vision board a few videos ago. I'm not sure where she actually put it in her journal, but she was doing one, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And I saw Rebecca Hoot doing a vision board. She was actually doing one on a canvas, but I think a few years ago she actually had one. Ooh, there's more of the vineyard stains, friends. There we go. Yes. So I've just been cutting out words and images from different magazines. This is an old Better Homes and Gardens magazine, and collecting the bits and pieces. So again, Rebecca Hoot did a canvas, and I think she had one in a journal a while back. I can't remember which one, but so that's been going through my mind. Always inspired by all the ideas in our journaling community. And then in the collab for Junk Journal January, Kelsey Lee from My Abiding Journal was doing her spreads like a month in review. So she would just have the whole month with little pictures and words and drawings, and that was adorable. So this is all to say that I'm not sure. I haven't made up my mind yet. What I do know is that I can get this background collage going, get some inspirational words going, and yeah, just kind of set it up. So right now I have This sentiment, make it work. I'm actually, in my mind, that's for just making what I have work, like what I have at hand for art supplies, what I have in the house. Maybe not buying as much, but reworking things. So that's kind of what's speaking to me at the moment. And then this image is actually more about like freshening up some rooms. We have a couple rooms, there we go, fresh. That, like, I don't know, I live in New England, I live in Connecticut. It gets dark early right now. It's kind of, it gets sort of dark, I'm gonna say by 4:30. So you get that winter settling in, and I'm really feeling like fresh paint or something. I don't know if I'll get to it right away, but by spring or whatever. So yeah, that's speaking to me. I always love the word grow, right? I mean, it's a January journal and thinking about personal growth and that sort of thing. And then I sort of have a smattering of words. I have the word destination. That's been speaking to me, like sort of, I don't know, more like end goals versus a place. Yeah, so we'll see how this comes together. Have yet to make up my mind, but two good choices, right? A vision board or a month in review. And that's another one of those labels from Rachel. Okay, so here we go. This is how the two journals come together in the end for the last part of this journal with me. I'm going to say I wouldn't have at all used this acrylic ink, this pretty iridescent gold at all in this journal. I just wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for Junk Journal January, getting me thinking, pulling out supplies. So I'm just going to smush it on. It's just pretty. A few spots. Making a background right now. Yeah, I like it. It's a good start. Okay, so in the home stretch here, it looks like our splattering experiment has dried. I think it's cute. It's shimmery. And been so enjoying all of the January prompts. Again, check out Meg and all the collaborators. I'll link them below. And thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. And happy journaling to you.